I used to think trust was strength, that if you loved someone deeply enough, if you gave them everything, if you showed up every single time, they would never betray you. I was wrong, because sometimes the people you trust the most are the ones quietly building the knife. And the worst part? You don't see it coming. This isn't a story about strangers. It's not about obvious red flags. This is about the kind of betrayal that happens slowly, carefully, from someone you would have defended with your life. I trusted them completely. That was my mistake. How it all started. I met them during one of the hardest seasons of my life. New city, new job, no friends, no support system, and they felt like a miracle. They were kind, attentive, protective, the kind of person who texted, "Did you get home safe?" Who remembered small details, who made you feel seen. Let's call them Alex. Alex didn't just become my partner. They became my best friend. We did everything together. Groceries on Sunday mornings, late night drives with music too loud, dreams whispered at 2 a.m. about our future house. And I believed every word. The dependency. Here's something nobody talks about. Trust feels amazing, but dependency feels safer. And slowly, without realizing it, I started depending on Alex for everything. Bad day, Alex. Family issues, Alex. Doubt about myself, Alex reassures me. They'd say things like, "I'm the only one who truly understands you." At first, it felt romantic. Then it became isolating. Friends started drifting, not because Alex forced me to cut them off, but because they'd sigh whenever I made plans. Again, I thought tonight was ours. Small guilt, small pressure, nothing obvious, nothing dramatic, just enough to make me choose them. Every time, the first red flags. The first red flag wasn't shouting. It was subtle. I caught Alex lying about something small. They said they were at work, but I saw a tagged photo at a bar. When I asked, they laughed. "You're overthinking?" And I believed them, because trusting someone means assuming good intentions, right? Then there were password changes, phone face down, sudden late nights, and every time I brought it up, they turned it around. Why don't you trust me? That question hurt more than the suspicion, so I stopped asking. Gaslighting. Here's what gaslighting feels like. It doesn't feel like abuse. It feels like confusion. You start questioning your memory. Did I misunderstand? Am I being insecure? Maybe I am too sensitive. Alex was good at that. They'd comfort me after arguments, hold me, apologize just enough. I hate that you feel this way. Notice that. Not "I'm sorry I did this," but "I hate that you feel this way." It sounds caring, but it shifts the blame. And I swallowed it, because loving someone means giving them grace, right? The discovery. The truth didn't explode. It unfolded. One evening, Alex fell asleep on the couch, phone in hand, screen lit up, a message preview. Last night was amazing. My stomach dropped. I didn't want to look, but I did. There were weeks of messages, plans, photos, inside jokes. Everything they told me was just work stress. It wasn't one mistake. It was a second relationship, running parallel 2 hours. And the most painful part, they complained about me to this person, said I was emotionally unstable, that I imagined problems. My chest felt hollow. All those moments I doubted myself. They were intentional. The confrontation. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just asked, why? Alex cried, said they were scared of losing me, said it didn't mean anything, said they loved me. That word, loved. How can someone love you while dismantling your reality? They tried to hug me. I stepped back, and for the first time, I saw them clearly, not as my safe place, but as someone who benefited from my blind trust. The aftermath. Leaving wasn't empowering. It was devastating. I had built my life around them, my routines, my future plans, my emotional stability. Without them, I felt untethered. But something strange happened. The anxiety stopped. The constant overthinking, gone. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't insecure. I was reacting to betrayal. And once I removed the source, my mind became quiet again. What I learned. Here's what nobody tells you about trust. Trust is beautiful, but blind trust is dangerous. Love should feel safe, not confusing, not exhausting, not like you're constantly trying to prove you're sane. I trusted them completely. That was my mistake. But here's what I know now. Trust isn't about giving someone your whole world. It's about watching how they treat the pieces you give. And if you're listening to this, and something feels off in your relationship, don't ignore it. Your intuition isn't the enemy. Sometimes it's the only thing trying to protect you. If this story resonated with you, you're not alone. Comment below. Have you ever trusted someone too much? And if you're healing from betrayal right now, I promise you this. The version of you after this pain will be stronger, clearer, and wiser, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. No one talks about the silence, after the confrontation, after the crying, after the final goodbye. There's this strange, heavy quiet. No notifications, no good morning texts, no did you eat? Just space. And space is loud when you're used to noise. The first night alone felt unbearable, not because I missed them, but because I didn't know who I was without them. Withdrawal. Love withdrawal is real. Your brain doesn't care that they hurt you. It still craves them. I'd reach for my phone to text them. Then remember, I'd dream about them apologizing. Wake up. Reality would hit all over again. And the worst part? I almost went back. Because familiarity feels safer than starting over. Even when familiarity is toxic. Replaying everything. I replayed every memory like a detective. That night they came home late. That weird tone in their voice. That time they accused me of being paranoid. It all made sense now. But clarity doesn't erase pain. It actually makes it sharper, because now you realize you weren't crazy. You were manipulated. And that realization is both empowering and devastating. The message I never sent. There was a message I typed 100 times. I hope you realize what you lost. I never sent it. Because deep down, I knew something. They didn't lose me. They lost control. And that's different. I wasn't valuable to them because I was loved. I was valuable because I tolerated. And the moment I stopped tolerating, they panicked. Rebuilding identity. I had to relearn myself. What music do I actually like? What food do I enjoy? What do I believe? When you merge your life with someone manipulative, you shrink. You edit yourself. You become easier to handle. So rebuilding felt awkward. I started small. Coffee alone on Sundays. Calling friends I had drifted from. Going to the gym not to look good for someone, but to feel strong for myself. And every small act felt like reclaiming territory. The people who stayed, the friends I thought I lost, they were still there, quietly, waiting. And when I finally told them everything, no one said, "I told you so." They just listened. That's when I realized something powerful. Healthy love doesn't isolate you. It expands your world. Toxic love makes you smaller. Real love makes you bigger. When they came back, 3 months later, they texted, "Can we talk?" My heart raced, not because I wanted them, but because trauma remembers. They said they'd changed. That therapy helped. That they realized I was the best thing that ever happened to them. And for a moment, I almost believed it. But then I asked myself one question. Would I ever feel safe again? The answer was immediate. No. And peace matters more than history. So I said, "I forgive you, but I won't return." That was the most powerful sentence I've ever spoken. What trust means now. I still believe in love, but differently. Now I watch actions, consistency, accountability. If someone makes me question my sanity, that's my sign. If I feel anxious more than secure, that's my answer. Trust isn't blind anymore. It's earned, slowly, steadily. Closing reflection. If you're in the middle of betrayal right now, let me tell you something important. You are not stupid for trusting. You are not weak for loving deeply. The only mistake is staying where your spirit feels unsafe. I trusted them completely. And yes, that was my mistake. But leaving, that was my strength. And if you're listening to this, your strength is closer than you think. And call to action. If this part resonated with you, comment below. Peace over history. And if you're rebuilding your life after betrayal, I see you. You're not broken. You're becoming.